Hello Libra, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Libra is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And we've got a Knight of Cups. This is fire and water. This is about the kind of passionate expression of our feelings, right? I think this is a card that asks us about how we're giving and receiving love. How are we expressing our feelings, right? What are we passionate about? How are we giving our gift to the world? Well, let's see. Let's put that into some context, all right? Let's see what's going on here. We've got a Four of Pentacles. I don't know. Let's see. Sometimes the Four of Pentacles can mean that we're a little bit closed off, right? That we're kind of sequestering ourselves a little bit. We've got a Hierophant and a High Priestess. We've got a Two of Cups. Now we've got the Love, right? Oh, we got all the love. We got a Nine of Cups. I think you're going to be very surprised about something. I think that something is getting you out of this little box that we're in. Something is kind of motivating you. Okay, and we've got the wisdom of the High Priestess, and we've got the wisdom of the Hierophant. Right? It's kind of the wisdom outside of us, wisdom inside of us. It's our own intuition, and it's our own guidance from something higher, something else, right? Very good combination, these two. So I think what's happening is we're being prompted, we're being motivated to get out of our comfort zone, right? To go after those things that we truly love, to go after whatever that kind of love is. We're being told to act passionately and get out of whatever's limiting you, whatever this box is, right? And that's how we're going to get this ultimate happiness. Now we have a Queen of Swords. We have a Hermit, Three of Pentacles, and a Knight of Wands. This is fire on fire, right? We've got a lot of ambition, a lot of passion. Okay, what we don't have is a lot of rational thought. Oh, but we've got the Queen of Swords. So we've got the appropriate kind of overview of things. We're not confused. We're not overthinking. We don't have any swords. We don't have three. We don't have a 5, a 7, a 9 of swords. None of that. We've got the Queen of Swords. We've got someone that is objective, someone that is able to look at things honestly. This is really, really, really good. I think that the universe is about to shock you with an opportunity, I think, that's going to bring you outside of this hermit mode, that's going to get you outside of this box, that's going to motivate you to express yourself, to give your gift, to share your passion and your love with the world, right? And with the Hierophant back here, I wonder if this is kind of something that you know, sometimes with the Hierophant, it's like an idea of school or education. So it could be that we've recently studied something, and so we know what we're doing. Now it's just a matter of getting that courage and getting that enthusiasm to share it, to give it away, to go out in the world and do it, and well, to act passionately, right? Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. It's going to go right here. Kelly Kapoor will go right on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together and it will give us our confirmation. If you have a prediction about that card, put it in the comments. All right, let's do it together. Let's make it a group exercise. Now, looking around at the cards here, we have the Hierophant, the High Priestess, and the Hermit, right? H, H, H. We've got a lot of, it's a lot of seeking for the light, right? It's a lot of trying to find answers. And I think that maybe the difference between the Hierophant and the High Priestess is we're looking for answers out there, where the answers are really within us. The Hermit confirms that, right? The light is within you. And maybe it's this light that we have to find, and then we've got to give it away. Then we've got to share it through this passionate expression of love with the world, you know. I also feel that what's going on here is that you're going to be, I hate to say this, but you're going to fall in love, right? And it might be a soulmate, romantic, one kind of, you know, one-on-one kind of situation. It might be that one true love, right? That soulmate thing. But it doesn't have to be romantic. And I can hear a lot of people switched off their TVs or their phones or whatever. It doesn't have to be romantic, but something. You're falling in love with something. This something is prompting this passion in you, right? That makes you want to express yourself and share your gift and like I keep saying, live passionately. That Knight of Cups. Right? So some of you are going to meet somebody and you're going to fall madly in love with them. Okay? And I think it's going to be a kind of love that's going to bring us out of our box. Okay? And even with the Hierophant, it's kind of this fixed earth energy. It's kind of keeping us in a box in a way. So for some of you, this is going to be the assumption that we don't want or need or we're not fated to have that kind of love. Okay, a love for anything, person, a place, a thing, an idea, right? That we're in this fixed earth, this box, and we're not expressing ourselves in that way. We're not being passionate about anything. These two together, very reserved, very conservative, very much, you know, I'm staying in this box. I don't want to be loud. I don't want to be noticed, you know. I'm not doing anything that's going to draw attention to myself. I'm not out here. I'm not putting myself out here. The Knight of Cups is putting its heart out there. See, it's got that goblet with that crab in there. It's kind of saying, here I am, world, and this is what I have to offer. You know? And I think that there's a real courage in this. There's a real passion in that. And that Two of Cups, what's above everything, the top of the path of the dove, this is something that is going to spark that in you, right? Something is really going to prompt you to express yourself like this. Yeah. We could also look at it this way and say that the activity, this passionate expression of yourself, of your inner self, your true self, this passionate expression of your creativity, of your love, is going to solidify into something real and something tangible. We've got that earth energy, right? It's going to become something stable for you. And so maybe this is, you know, we've gone to school for something that we have this passion for. Now it's time for you to go out and give that to the world, and it's going to result in this Four of Pentacles. It's going to result in something being built. Okay? And it's built with love. The Two of Cups is the super glue that holds the world together. And it's based on your acceptance. It's based on your intuition. It's based on your inner knowing. It's not anyone outside. See, we've got that Hermit in the environment. We've got the Hierophant behind you. No one is telling you how to do this. This is your intuition. You got to go with your gut, right? You've got to go with your creative intuition. The High Priestess is saying that there should be no limitations. So when we have the Hierophant and the Four of Pentacles saying, this is your box and that's where you belong, the High Priestess says, no, I'm not being limited by this box. If something comes your way that makes you feel this way, You're not going to say, oh no, I don't want it. It's not meant for me. You know, why would we restrict ourselves in that way? Okay. The high priestess is kind of open to all new experiences. The arms are outstretched in this attitude of reception, right? Ready to receive whatever the universe has for us. And I think the universe is going to shock you. The universe is bringing you such tremendous love that it just brings us right outside of our shell. You know, it almost feels like this should be a Cancer reading, you know. Well, the Knight of Cups is a Cancer card. It could be a Cancer person that's coming your way, you know. And maybe they are bringing you their heart, you know. Maybe they're kind of offering this opportunity for you to really passionately express yourself. Okay, this could be a potential lover or friend or coworker, collaborator, any of these kinds of things. The universe is bringing you such tremendous love and joy, and it's all leading you toward this happiness. See the Nine of Cups. Satisfaction, health and wealth, right? The physical, financial satisfaction, the mental, emotional satisfaction and abundance and fulfillment, and the creative, spiritual fulfillment. This is a love. This is a feeling. This is an opportunity, really, for you to achieve the utmost satisfaction in life, to really pursue your happiness on every level of your being. It's not just romantic. It's not just work-related. It's not just a friendship. This is like everything. This is kind of a new attitude toward life, you know? I feel like the universe is kind of showing you what's possible for you to get us out of this very limited but stable, familiar routine. Four of Pentacles, right? Four of Pentacles is a good foundation. Now it's time for you to be, this is like you graduated from school. You've learned everything in the textbooks. Now it's time for you to bring your own magic to that field. Now it's time for you to think outside the box. This is you learning the technique. This is you improvising, innovating, right? And I always say you got to learn the rules before you can transcend them. You have to learn the technique. You have to learn how to play music and the theory of music and the structure of music, and then you break and bend and distort the rules to your heart's delight, right? The great jazz players, they know what they're doing. Some of us, it sounds like chaos, right? But it's controlled chaos. They've learned. They're brilliant at what they do. They know the technique. Now, they may not have formal training, but they know the structure. They know the rules, and they know how to break them and bend them, right? They know how to use their own creative genius within the context of what's going to work, you know? It doesn't always work, but that's the risk we take, right? In any kind of love, this could be really a creative, artistic thing for you. It doesn't have to be romance, right? Let's go to the path of the serpent here. We start with the Queen of Swords. We're seeing the bigger picture. We're seeing, and see, this is a bird's eye view of our little box. The Queen of Swords is seeing down on top and seeing how limited this box really is. This is, you know, we've never left the neighborhood kind of thing. And so we're seeing the limitations that are either imposed by our history, our culture, our past, the institutions of life, right? Or by our own, whatever it is. However these have happened, it's the imposition of limitations. The Queen of Swords is seeing how small that box really is. Okay? And it really takes an honesty too. It takes us to be we have to be very clear and very objective, very honest with ourselves about what we want. We could have these feelings, but then we can try to just deny them and say, no, I'm not going to look at them. I'm going to stay in my box. We're denying ourselves in that way. And this card is able to look at things for what they are, appreciate them for what they are, but to see them, to see ourselves for what we are. And maybe we've tried to conform. Maybe this is really about staying inside this box through culture or upbringing or the institutions of life. And we're trying to stay in this box. We want to just, you know, do what we're supposed to do, right? Air quotes. But we're realizing that our true love and happiness lies outside this conformity. Okay? And the hermit in the position of the environment. And I think that doing some of this is going to make you feel, not actually be, but feel like kind of an outsider. Right? Feel like you're kind of separate from the world. Right? We could be in a crowded room and still feel kind of alone, kind of separate, right? So this is a couple of things. I think this is really the sequestering of ourselves in this tradition, and that maybe now we kind of feel as if, we're in the world, but we're not of the world, that we're out here in life, but we're still kind of reserved, like we haven't come out of our shell yet, right? And so I think this card at the same time is representing us coming out of our shell, going against the conformity, going against the grain of what we thought was supposed to be for us. Right? Being a bit of a rebel here. Yeah. And I think we see the potential. I think Spirit is shocking you by showing you that, yeah, this Nine of Cups life, this could be yours. So we're seeing the potential, Three of Pentacles. And if we can unify, if we can harmonize ourselves within, we can achieve this. We've got to be willing to put in the work. See, there are 3 pentacles, one for each level of being. So it's kind of a combination of cards that says you don't have to just be successful in your career and not anywhere else. Or you can just have happiness in your romantic life, but not in your career or your creative life. You can have a successful and fulfilling and satisfying spiritual life, but you can't have career or romance. That's limiting. That's a box. That's a box. That's making us choose between things that we want equally, things that are not meant to be separated, right? So we've got the unification of the 3. The Trinity is really a unity. This is one life. This is one happiness. This is one path that contains all of it, right? It's a 9 of Cups. It contains all levels of being, true happiness, true wisdom, right? When we learn to balance what we're being told with what our spirit, with what our soul tells us, with what our intuition tells us, true wisdom and perfect happiness can be yours. And I think the universe is providing some sort of event that's really going to make this clear to you, okay? And the Knight of Wands at the end here. This is absolutely getting carried away with this enthusiasm. Getting carried away with this, just feeling kind of swept off our feet even. It almost feels like the horse has carried us off, that the horse has taken off with the rider, that the rider's almost out of control here, but the rider's holding on, still has the reins, right? So we're trusting in the situations, like we're trusting the horse, but we're also maintaining our rational thinking. We have to act passionately, the horse. We have to think rationally, the rider, right? So these two together, I think, are really the ultimate team. The horse and the rider have to be one, have to be a single unit, right? Have to function as one, and it's our passionate and rational minds, our energies together, unified. Yeah. It's going to be an extraordinary experience for you. I want to do one Metatron Oracle card to go with this. And then we should look at the mystery card, right? Boundaries. It says set them daily, right? Set them daily. Boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. 4 of Pentacles is about boundaries. Sometimes a boundary is kind of the boundary we set upon ourselves and say, that's the end of my experience and I'm not allowed to cross that boundary. So maybe we do have to set the boundaries daily, and maybe it's not quite, and I don't know if it's the intention of that card, but maybe it's not about other people crossing our boundaries, but the boundaries we set for ourselves and say, this is my life, and I'm not allowed to cross outside there. I don't want to go into the wilderness. I have to stay inside the castle walls. Right? Well, I think that's changing. I think that's why we have to set them daily. We always have to reassess the limitations that we're putting on ourselves and the boundaries for other people too. Maybe this is an idea with the Knight of Cups and the Four of Pentacles, that we're not going to allow other people in. Can you imagine if someone comes to your door with all this love and abundance, and the universe is knocking at your door, and we're just not letting it in. We're just saying no. See, this is the four walls, but maybe there's no door. I know there's a little door at the bottom, but what if there's no doors and windows on here? What if we're really closing ourselves off to the energy that the universe is bringing to us? All this abundance is right there at your door, knocking, trying to get in. And we're saying, no, no, no. I'm not supposed to let you in, So we have to objectively assess our boundaries, both for energy coming in and energy going out. Like that Knight of Cups, it's about the giving and receiving of love and affection. Are we closed off to love and affection? We have to acknowledge where our boundaries are. Are those boundaries limiting our experience of love and affection and happiness? Yeah. Let's look at the mystery card. Ace of Cups, could it be? It might be a Four of Cups, right? To show that, yes, we are setting these boundaries on ourselves about how we're experiencing love. If you have a prediction for that mystery card, I want you to put it in the comments, okay? I want to see an ace, or even a 5 of something would be great. And it's the King of Cups. The King of Cups is fixed water energy. So this is important. This, I think, is us setting too many boundaries, right? Being too rigid with the limitations that we put on ourselves. We're fixed in this water energy, which means it's not moving. We're not swimming through it. We're just standing still. It's like you're in a swimming pool on a hot day and you're just standing in the water. Swim a little, This is kind of a stagnating emotional energy. This is an emotional experience that's refusing to move. Okay? So I think it confirms what we're talking about. I think the universe is going to give you a bit of a surprise. The universe is going to do something that makes it really, it's like a cognitive dissonance. It's going to make it very hard to stand in the pool. You're going to want to swim, and you need to set your daily boundaries and ask yourself if you deserve to swim. Do you really want to swim? Go swim. Do so objectively and rationally, right? If you're a horrible swimmer, don't go to the deep end, But why limit yourself? And just say, I'm not getting in the water. I'm not supposed to swim. I'm not meant to swim. I wasn't born to be in the water. Well, if you really want to be in the water, to heck with those imposed boundaries or limitations, right? You got to act passionately, think rationally. Go for a swim. We're going to do an extended reading too. If you want to stick around, there's a link in the corner. There's one down below. New readings for Libra every Wednesday and Saturday, 6 a.m. Chicago time. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. Does not cost you anything. Leave a comment. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.